the fuck is up, everybody? Welcome to the Fckry with Leslie Jones and Lenny Marcus. I'm Lenny Marcus.
And I am Lenny Jones.
And this
How you doing?
And this is the podcast where the mission is to keep it 100 at all times. We talk about all the fuckery going on in the world and in our lives, and we have a whole lot of fun doing it. This week in studio, we got a great stand-up comedian, writer, producer on the show, Owen Smith. You don't want to miss it. And of course, we end with our Fckry of the week, where Leslie and I call out the fucked up situations. But Leslie, you know how we start this off. Our first segment is What the Fuck is Up? How was the traffic today, Leslie?
Traffic. Let me tell you something about L.A. and New York traffic, man. New York traffic, okay, it's very frustrating. It's a lot of cars, people doing risky shit. If anything, I say that New York traffic is dangerous. L.A. traffic just dumb as fuck. They just dumb than a motherfucker. That's the only thing I can say. A left turn out here should be illegal. First of all, just make it illegal. Just make it illegal to make left turns. Because every time I see an accident, it's a dumb motherfucker trying to make a left turn. like, I think the first thing I learned when I was driving out here, my brother was like, left turns should be illegal. So I'm going to teach them to you, but they should be illegal. So when you're making a left turn, that's what you need to be thinking. Like, your responsibility as a left turner is very heavy. Don't fuck around. Don't be in there dancing and shit and eating and drink. Don't do that. Don't do that. You are a responsible person when you're making a left turn, because people can die. Everybody can die. He would just be like, everybody can die. But he said that when he saw me parallel park too. So
he didn't die making a left turn, did he?
No.
Okay, just check. Leslie, somebody asked Leslie today, they've always wanted a meet and greet because they always want to see the celebrities. And you said what to the meet and greet?
I told him, man, I will kill everybody. I'm not touching shit. Do you understand? You're going to be hopeful that I even pick the fucking mic up. I'm not touching a motherfucking thing. I'm going to clean my own room.
Because the monkeypox.
I'm going, listen, all that. I'm not touching shit. Monkeypox. And they got polio in the water now. They're talking about polio in the water in New York. It's the end of the fucking world. Do you understand? Yeah, these are the diseases. Plagues, motherfuckers.
They are plagues.
Plagues.
It is crazy.
And look, and Blanca, my house manager, told me, hey, in the grocery store, there's not that much food. What? What do you mean there's not that much food in the refrigerator? What? I mean, not in the refrigerator, in the grocery stores. She said she's been going to the grocery stores and it's like little things like that are not there now that are not. I was like, what? What do you mean?
Why?
So I don't know. We might be going into a full famine, motherfucker. Famine, plagues. We have mosquitoes now that can paralyze us.
You got fires.
We're fucked. And you want me to meet some bitch from fucking North Beach? Man, fuck her and that whole tour. I'm not touching shit.
No meet, no greet.
No meet or greet.
No meet, no greet. All right, well, stay away from us. Or if you're coming, come in a full hazmat suit, and maybe she'll say hi to you.
Man, and that's some real shit. I am not trying. Have you seen pictures of the monkeypox?
No. Oh, the bumps. Yeah, I've seen some bumps.
Awful.
It does look awful.
It's awful. And it just looks like a bunch of bee stings. Like it's a bunch of, like a big pussy bee sting. Ugh. And it just... Oh,
I got enough problems. Birdie was in the hospital this week, so she finally got out. Yeah, she's got asthma.
How is Birdie?
Well, she's got undiagnosed asthma because they don't diagnose it until she's 8. So she's had some breathing problems all her life, and to this point. And then if she gets a bad strain of cold, one of these kids, like you said, anything and it attacks right to her lungs. So she either fights it off or we end up in the hospital. So we ended up in the hospital. And she's home.
Damn, and it gets that bad?
Yeah.
So what is it, she can't breathe?
She gets if her body starts fighting it, so she gets 103.4 fever, and then she throws up everything, and then she can't breathe. So all those not good signs. So you race her across town.
That's why I can't be a parent. You admitting me when you admit the child, because I'm having a fucking full on goddamn panic attack.
Oh,
that's the responsibility of a life, responsibility of someone else's life. like people will bring babies around here and I'll be like, bitch, that baby died. we all gonna be the fault of that baby dying. Get that baby away from me. I don't want to touch nobody, baby. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like babies is just like, why would you give babies to humans? Just like keep them somewhere safe until they're able, because it just oh my God.
Oh, it's worse when she was 8 months old. She was in there. That's when you're really just like, she can't even take care of herself. She can't even tell you what's wrong. She was in hospital 8 months. We were like just freaking out. I mean, just beside ourselves. We're all just sleeping there, and but now at least mommy will be back. Daddy's gonna stay with you, and so it's good like that. It's scary for sure. So I slept with her in the bed for one night in the hospital because she wanted me to sleep next to her, to comfort her, and of course I can't fit in the same bed as her, so we're like scrunched together in the bed, and my elbow keeps hitting the up and down on the bed, so we keep going like two idiots, and she thinks it's the funniest. I'm like, just don't laugh too hard. Don't laugh too hard.
But see, now, what I asked you, Lenny, like, I'm so mad that you're not eating the hospital food too.
You like the hospital
everything.
Food?
I eat whenever I go see somebody in the hospital, I'll be like, you're not gonna eat that. Bring it over here. Eat it. Just because I just want to see what it tastes like, especially the Jell-O.
She brought the Jell-O home, took one scoop, and was like, nope.
I just don't understand kids that don't like Jell-O. That's weird. That's suspect to me. Your kid might be evil, Lenny.
It's possible, but she's good. She's on the mend.
Oh, I'm glad. And she's feeling good.
Yeah,
birdie.
Your birthday's coming up, and it's a big soiree. And I have a question. You don't understand. Can you just talk to my wife? I need you to talk to my wife and tell her the data dump. For some reason, I'm the middleman, and my whole life, I'm the middleman. Like, you tell me it's on whatever date it's on. I go back and tell the date. Then the next, what do you think the first thing out of her mouth? Well, what do I wear? She said you could wear anything. You could wear a bee costume. You could wear a gown. You could wear shorts. She doesn't care. That's the theme of the party.
Tell her to text me. Tell her to whatever she wants to wear. If she wants to dress up. If she wants to wear a costume, if she wants to, whatever she wants. My party's going to be crazy. My party's going to look like a rave. I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm telling everybody, you can wear whatever the fuck you want to. If you want to come, only thing I might frown on is those mascot suits, like those furry suits, only because I feel like you've had sex in them, so I don't want that. I don't want that there at my party.
You think people showing up in a mask in like a bee outfit or?
Well, it's like the furries. You heard of the furries, right?
No.
You know the furry. Oh, you know the furries, right? The furries, like they got the mascots that, like, the people that wear them suits and they fuck each other, like, type shit.
Oh, like cosplay.
Some people fuck. Yes, it's not cosplay. No. It's sex. It's fucking sex in mascot suits. So I'm not sure if they always have sex. They just do freaky shit. And then they have parties where they pretend to be the character that they're dressed up as. So yeah, I know that, Lenny. Yeah, I know that.
So
I know that, Lenny.
You've been to parties with those people?
No, I have not ever been to a party.
Well, nobody's coming to your party dressed as that, would they?
Yes, Lenny.
Really?
They
okay.
can come as they want, but I might have to put no furries. So I might have to say no furries. Okay. And then people might be mad. They'll be like, "Oh, you're discriminating. Furries have lives too." Like,
really?
Well, I just feel like, because like when I'm at the basketball game, at the Sparks game, and Sparky comes over to me, I swear to God, if I smell anything, if I hint of any kind of smell, I'll be like, "Get the fuck away from me, Sparky." But he always smells kind of fresh. Like they dry clean the suit or something, but I swear to God, if I smell anything, get the fuck away from me, Sparky. And he always in my goddamn face. I don't like.
Well, they're all in your face now because you've been working out. You look good. Did you lose a lot? You've lost at least 10 pounds. I
don't know if I lost weight or if I've just made it muscle. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I'm thinner.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm looking in the videos. You can tell you're thinner in the videos.
Well, I can do this.
She's showing her guns for those of you listening on the podcast.
So you can see we need muscles, to. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. A bitch do got some muscles. I will knock you the fuck out.
My wife does that too. Just like flexes. I'm like, yeah. And I mean, I would love.
She would beat your ass, Lenny, and because she'd only have to catch you at a certain time. Lenny.
It does,
seriously,
beating my ass
Lenny,
is
we
really
all
not.
Can take you down.
Yeah, come on.
Like we could all take you.
You
down.
could grab my thumb. I got a bad thumb. You grab my thumb and I'll cry.
I don't have to grab your thumb, Lenny. I just only have to just do this shit to you. You will pass the fuck out.
No, that's the funniest part. Then
I've seen Birdie take you down.
Oh yeah, she crushes, sits on my neck. It's nice. She thinks it's hilarious. I'm like, I can't get up.
Oh my God.
I can't get up. No, that's the funniest part when we're on the road. I'm standing in front of you like some kind of stupid bodyguard move. I'm like, why am I doing that?
Like, Lenny,
just get out of the way.
Literally just move you the fuck out of the way. I mean, you know who used to, my little short Christina used to be able to really handle.
We'd all stand in front of you.
She would give them a look. She just would give them a look like, don't even fucking try it. Like,
yeah, because when she's a tiny cheerleader.
Ankle. Yeah, she the twisted. But you remember Lacey. Lacey's like taller than me almost.
Yeah.
They would not fuck with Lacey. Lacey looked like a white girl that could fight.
I agree.
But Jay does too now. Jay, my new assistant, she looked like she would knock your ass out.
Yeah, then Jay's got like that scowl.
Oh, she does. She does. She got that, well, what's up? Like this morning when I was talking about the agent thing, she was like, so what car are we using? Because I was like, I'm going to drive my BMW through the fucking lot. Like, I'm that bitch.
Yeah, we were
You're
talking.
fucking with the wrong bitch. Like, I don't like nobody to fuck with my money.
Yeah, she's talking about the commission that we were supposed to get. They took it out and they were not supposed to get it out. You send them the commission.
First of all, they got this little crazy thing in this business where the agents get the money first and then they take out whatever and then they give you your money. I'm a comedian. I walk off stage, I can't repossess my jokes. That's what DC Curry told me one time. You can't repossess your jokes. Get your motherfucking money. So nobody touches my fucking money before me. So my money, all my money, and it's all in my contracts and everything. All my money goes to my business manager, and then we pay motherfuckers. Don't nobody pay me my own fucking money. That's like, oh yeah, then we take your shit and then you break your shit off and then give me, bitch, I'll whoop your motherfucking ass. Give me that whole fucking pie and I'm gonna give you what the fuck you supposed to have. Ain't nobody being unfair here. I ain't never not paid you, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of shit where I won't fucking pay you at all. Now I'm gonna make you send me an invoice when I freely was sending you your fucking shit. You done fuck with the wrong bitch now.
You were saying.
Like, I told her, I was like, it's either that or me with a baseball bat in your fucking lobby, which I have done before. Like, it's not no fucking game. Like, stop fucking around with me. Why people do I look like a bitch that's the fuck with? Look at my afro. Look at my afro. This afro has...
Yeah.
Child.
Do not fuck with Leslie's bag.
Please stop fucking with my money. That's the only thing that, like, you can fuck with anything else. Like, even weed, you can even fuck with my weed sometimes. Like, sometimes, like, see, even that is kind of like, because, that's connected to my money to me in some type of way. But you fuck with my weed before you fuck with my money. Don't fuck with my money.
By the way, we waited for that check for how long?
Forever.
Forever. And then they took it. That's
you son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch. And then you calling me, did they take out your money? I love that one. I'm like, I didn't even get the check.
When you say, you got a check? I'm like, what? They haven't, what? Yeah. Yo, see, this business be on some real bullshit with that world renown.
Yeah.
Fucking fuckery. And we've been doing this and this is how shit is done. This business is really on that, and they don't produce well anymore because they're on that fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that mediocre shit. They like that. Fake it till you make it is one of the most terrible sayings ever, because people don't understand that what that shit really means is like, yeah, you can fake it till you make it, but you're supposed to be fucking learning what you're faking, you dumb fuck. Because fake it till you make it makes shit floats. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Those two things are connected to each other. So if you fake it till you make it, you're going to end up being the shit that floats. Does that make sense?
Yes.
You ain't shit. And you fucking somewhere you not supposed to fucking be, taking places of people who have fucking actually did the fucking work to do that job. It's annoying. And people, like right now, that is why our society is destroying itself, because we're lazy. It started with the microwave. You so fucking in a hurry to eat. You so in a hurry to eat that you gonna put your shit in some radiation. I need that shit now. right now, motherfucker. We need to stop. We need to slow the fuck down because our shit is whack right now. Our shit is whack. And I'm not whack. Like I said, I'm a metal bumper. Why you think the fucking cars tear up so quick? Because they don't make them out of shit no more. I am the shit that they make them Ford Monacos out of. Whatever the fuck.
Dodge.
Whatever the fuck you said.
The Blues Brothers car.
Dodge. Can you believe it's Dodge? That's what I can't
The
believe.
1974 Dodge Monaco sedan was the Bluesmobile.
Did it used to be a good car to Dodge back in the day?
Well, that's what the cops used to get you. You know? And if you saw the movie, they could
say what the cops used
to get you. Yeah, to get you. That's what Beretta used. That's what the Blues Brothers used. They're coming after you in a hybrid. Like, you're not catching me in a hybrid. Wait, why am I holding my finger out like a gun?
I love the hybrid.
Yeah, but you're not catching a Dodge Monaco. Like, the Monaco would back into your hybrid and crush the car.
No, oh, man, my car. Oh, God.
Oh, well, your car's a tank.
I can step on it. No, my car, don't, shit, BMW still be making bullshit.
Yeah?
I'm mad at they little customer service. Yeah, I said it. I said it on my goddamn air. Y'all little customer service, much money I pay for that motherfucking car. Y'all motherfuckers supposed to be spending somebody there to fucking do the goddamn paint. So, and when this child, the world coming to an end because don't nobody give a fuck about what they sell to you no more, Lenny.
That's true. They just figured you're just going to replace it.
That's what I was going to tell you about.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's adapters like Apple now. See, this is the fuck shit that Apple do.
Yes.
Now, I don't like Samsung phones. I think that Samsung's actually is the most efficient, the better picture. It's so great.
Yep.
But it is the ugliest motherfucking phone.
Who cares?
What do you need? It look like a goddamn garage opener.
What do you need a pretty?
Heavy. You can hurt yourself. It's so fucking ugly. It's so goddamn. I'm not gonna carry an ugly phone.
You want to date a dumb supermodel? You want to date somebody who can work?
You know
what?
You know what? Yes. So I will tell you, Apple phones, though, the Apple shit is starting to get on my motherfucking nerves. Because when y'all first, you used to be able to take that cord and you could charge everything.
Right.
You could charge your phone.
Right.
You could charge your earphones. You could charge. Now they make you get adapters to this and cord. That shit is tedious.
Yep.
And annoying.
Yep.
And if I have to keep buying the new version of this phone, motherfucker, at some point, we you know what the fuck?
Do you know
what the fuck, Apple?
Do you know that they're trying to pass legislation in Congress to have one jack, so they can't do that to you anymore? They're actually trying
for Apple?
Everybody. One USB.
You know what?
What?
I will vote for that shit.
There you go.
Because I am sick of motherfuckers. I'm sick of having 17 goddamn different wires, and then I'm laying in the bed. My mother... I look like an idiot. I look like I'm hooked up to machines. You see all the fucking wires? And then I got to get all the wires out the bed before I go to fucking sleep. They sleep with me now. Yeah. I go out with wires.
Leslie died. How? She strangled herself. Wait, what? She hung herself? No, she was just wrapped up in her laptop.
In
wire.
a motherfucking laptop.
Oh, man. All right.
I'm sick of this shit.
All right, let's pay some bills and go meet a guest. What do you say? We're done complaining for the week.
I know. That's all we did just for the...
That was good.
It's like two old motherfuckers.
Yeah, that's what we do. That was we do. Just go see our billboard.
God, the cost of bread.
Remember when they made a Dodge-mobile?
No, but hey, did you see that though? Where they did like a breakdown of what the bills was? I think it was in 1960 something. It was before I was born, and it was like 10 cents for 10 pounds of sugar.
Ugh.
Like, and then like I think gas was like 5 cents a gallon type shit. I think the thing that was expensive was milk.
Milk.
It was like 50 cent a gallon.
Wow.
That's pretty. So rent was $27. A yearly salary was $1,700.
Whoa.
A car, I think a car was like $8,000 or something. Like it was like something that was really high. It was crazy. I was like, no shit. Or either it was 853. It was something that it was the most thing on the list.
You would be a billionaire with your money if you went back in time.
I mean, but I couldn't bring that money back here. I mean, if I go out and leave back, You remember they changed the hundreds and shit. They'd be like, "What is this? Big face? This is a fake dollar bill. It's a
No, from the future. This is what it's gonna look like. I swear.
for the future. This is what it look like. No, now you think you're for the future. Oh, that nigga in jail.
Can't win. No matter what era, they throw you in jail. Welcome back to the Fckry. We're now in our interview segment called Who the Fuck Is This? This is where we welcome and interview our special guest on the show. This week we have an amazing stand-up comedian, writer, producer, and you've seen him. He's the executive producer and showrunner of The Last OG. He's a creator and executive producer of Notebooks, an up-and-coming unscripted show about the writing process of stand-up comedians. And he is a great stand-up comedian himself. Don't kid yourself. You've seen him on Conan and Late Night with Stephen Colbert. He has the world's first comedy special shot entirely with iPhones called Good Luck Everybody, which is available to watch on YouTube. Man, we got to raise our game because this guy is smart and has learned to play the Hollywood game pretty well. Please welcome one of the funniest dudes in the business, Owen Smith.
Oh, that's kind.
Yeah, I would even add to those credits. When I met on, he was like the commercial king.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you've been in a ton of commercials.
Book so many commercials.
Yes.
Light skinned dude.
Yeah. We would compete.
Yeah.
Yes, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, Owen's been.
Yeah, Chris
Owen's
Rock
been
used to call me
grinding for a while.
Call me King Commercial King.
Yeah. Every time I was like, man, I just saw you and he would kill it too. I was like, man, that's so good.
It's so great. You don't do that stuff anymore.
Nah, it don't pay. It don't pay like it used to. I got a family now. You know.
Wow, and that used to be the
everybody
thing
doing
too.
their own commercials. You ever watch
Right.
YouTube? Somebody just pop in, hi, let me show you how to make $5,000 a month. Who is this dude? He don't know how to. What kind of horseshit commercials?
And that used to be the thing you used to try to get because he was like, those gonna be the checks.
I used to make my whole year. I used to.
What was your biggest one? Do you remember?
The biggest one was I did this McDonald's commercial. Everybody clap your hands. And I played the dad. And I got a call from my agents going, Oprah wants to feature your commercial on Oprah's favorite things. We need you to sign over, you give her permission to air the commercial. And I go, you mean I could hold Oprah up if I don't sign this? But at first I was like, oh, Oprah gonna fly me out? You know what I'm saying? On American Airlines, put me up and I'm being Oprah. It's like, no, they just want the kid.
Wow.
So then I said, you mean I could hold Oprah? And then all these other agents came on. I wouldn't advise doing it. So I signed over the thing. And I had checks from Harpo. But that one was probably the biggest one. And then the State Farm one I did where the guy helped me.
Yes. I remember that.
No, the biggest one probably was when the shark bit my arm.
I was just gonna say that's the one I remember. The shark.
Yeah, because I used to go to basketball games and like the Clippers games and stuff, and the other team would just be looking at me, and then at halftime they'd be going shark. Oh, this is crazy.
Don't you love that shit?
Yeah, it was the best.
Cool.
Oh, and how long do you know Leslie? How did you meet Leslie?
Oh my God,
Damn,
man,
that's what's so weird.
I remember the first time. So I met you. I saw you on Comic View. That was the first time I saw you.
Okay.
And I loved your energy, and I loved that you talked about your shoe size because it's the same as my mom.
Right.
Your shoe size. I was like, oh shit, somebody is like owning it. I thought this was beautiful. But the first time I encountered you was at Miyagi's. Do you remember that?
Oh, when they had the river between the fucking audience.
The worst setup ever.
It's literally a goddamn moat in front of the audience and the fucking stage.
Yes, and it was the stage, big ass moat, audience back there.
And I would kill that motherfucker though. No, it was hard to kill that.
It was hard to kill. But it was a night when everybody was kind of having a tough go, and I went last, and I just didn't. I saw everyone was like pushing. They were trying to reach the crowd. I was like, I'm just gonna bring these motherfuckers to me. So I just did my set. I just kept it in the pocket and it ripped. Mm-hmm. And when I got off stage, you came up to me and said, yo, how the fuck you do that shit? You got to teach me how to do that shit. And I was like, I fuck with you because humility, just the humility, like all the great people that I've ever like encountered in this business were honest about their moments. And the fact that you just came up to me and said, what the fuck? Everybody else was eating. Like, you were so honest about the night.
Yeah, man.
I was like, this is refreshing because in LA, comics didn't really talk to each other.
But that's me, though.
I know, but that was the first time we like talked. And I was like, I fuck with Leslie. And that's how I always knew that you were going to be bigger than that room, bigger than that whole space because you you were so honest about that moment, and you really just wanted, you just wanted to get better and know.
I
more.
always was hungering to
Yeah.
fucking be like the best
Yeah.
at what the fuck I did. Just
Yeah.
like always, I didn't give a shit. And people need to understand too. When I started, I had already dealt with so many pimps and hoes and crackheads. And shysters, and it's like when you coming in a comedian try, you be like, nigga, if you don't sit your motherfucking ass down, I'm gonna show you how to really do your real hustle, son. Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
it
And
was
then,
like amazing that comedians wasn't real. It's like, how do you get better then if you just
yeah, and that's when we started talking.
Yeah.
And then the Comedy Store, we had a shared home at the Comedy Store. And so that was when we really got to know each other. And Leslie would bring me up, or I would bring Leslie up. And I don't know if you know this story, but
what year was that?
Is this the 90s, early 90s?
Because I'm trying
motherfucker.
I don't know.
Wow,
God damn, I got passed and
you're a fucking asshole.
Yeah, Lenny.
You're a
What?
fucking asshole.
With your fake.
Well, you-
Yeah, you're a fuck you.
Where are you, Lenny? Where are you really, Lenny?
Really, Lenny. Seriously. Because I'm trying to figure out because didn't we both get our name on the wall at the same time?
Yeah.
When was that? Please tell me.
I have the anniversary in 2010.
That's when we got-
2010?
2010 is when I got my name put on the
Yeah.
Comedy Store wall.
2010,
Because we
12
got it
years
at
ago.
the same time.
Wow.
Oh my God, that's so crazy. I was
beautiful.
just thinking about that driving over here. I was like, when they put my name up there?
Yeah, I have the actual date too.
And then,
June,
I got SNL at the end of 2013.
Yes, and so what happened with that? What was interesting is
Yeah, that's right.
You were So,
Tell him.
Okay, so I end up booking a gig in New York. I ended up booking a gig. I was writing on Are We There Yet? We filmed it in Stamford, Connecticut. I got a spot in Harlem, and I would commute up there, and then that's where you met me, Lee. That's why I met you. I would perform at the Comedy Center
Right.
from like 2010 to 2012.
Right.
I come back to LA and meet my wife.
Right.
Who's my now wife. So I don't go back. So I have this spot in Harlem. Leslie gets the opportunity to audition for SNL. And we were at the Comedy Store, and you were like, fuck, I don't know how I'm going to do this shit. They want me to da-da-da-da. And I had a place. And I said, Leslie, just go to my spot. It's furnished. Just go relax. Keep your mind clear and go knock the shit out. She does it, fucking books it, right?
Right.
Gets it. And they hire her as a writer first.
Right.
And then Leslie brought me there on the opening night.
Remember?
Walked me around 30
I damn
Rock.
near, because in tear, we
You
both
was both there, right?
We both was there.
Right,
After party, like,
right.
She
She was bananas.
Uh-huh.
She was bananas. And then my wife was trying to get me to get rid of the spot because that was like my spot. So I said, nah, I want Leslie to stay in it. So that was me and my wife had no arguments. That was our first argument was over you.
My God.
Because I was like, I wanted to help out my friend. And so you were staying there, and when she got mad was I wasn't charging you over like you. I was, you know what I'm saying? Because I
You
knew
charged me the rent, yeah.
you had a rough year the previous
My
year.
brother had died. all that shit.
Yeah. So I was like, nah, and I was working on, I don't know, I think I was working on Survivors. I was working. So I was like, you know.
But
hey.
wait a minute. Go back to the night that Chris Rock, because he was there.
Yes, so this is what happened.
Watch this.
So, all right, so Leslie and I would ping pong. Leslie would bring me up, or I would bring Leslie up. And we had a nice,
And Lenny, this is why I picked Owen for this. Come on.
we had a nice flow, right? Like Leslie would do all these jokes about she couldn't date, and I had like a funny line about it. And then, or if I were going up, Leslie would go up and have a funny line about it. And so it was a nice little thing. So Leslie was up there crushing. Chris Rock is standing next to me. And I'm next. I'm about to go next. And Chris is laughing at Leslie, and Leslie is in her pocket. She's doing her thing. Then I hear Chris go, she's ready. And then he just walks out. I go, wait, motherfucker, I'm next. I'm like, I'm ready for you too. And then he gets in his Porsche, and I'm on stage, and I don't say nothing to you because I don't know what it's going to mean.
Yeah.
But I remember I just gave you a hug. I don't know if you remember. I was like,
Yeah.
and then you walked away. And in the original room, there's a big ass glass. I watched Chris's car just drive away while I'm doing my set. I go, well, there it is. And I did my act, top 5. You ended up being in top 5.
Right.
Then after that, SNL. But he literally watched you and said, she's ready. and left. I was like, yo, look at the I'm
and
next.
then he called Lauren. Yeah, and that's how you got the audition.
He called Lauren, and then they called me. And it's so funny because I remember maybe a year before, I chased Chris out to his fucking car at the Laugh Factory. I chased him. I was like, you just saw me rip. You just saw me rip. And he was like, you're not ready yet. And I was like, what the fuck? Fuck you. Fuck you. What the fuck does ready fucking mean, motherfucker? I'm fucking ready. He was like, you're not fucking ready. And he got in his car. I was like, oh, fuck that guy. I'm fucking ready. I'm fucking ready. So,
that's hilarious.
And it's so crazy because I wasn't. And the thing that I had to still learn was desperation. And Kat taught me that, which is hilarious.
What does that mean?
And what's so funny, oh my God, when he said this to me, I was so motherfucking mad because I didn't understand it until I understood it.
Right.
He was like, you're not going to make it until you stop being so desperate.
Oh, I feel.
And I was like, fuck you. He was like, desperation. I said, how the fuck do I not be desperate when I am desperate? He was like, you're not actually desperate. You're just broke.
Right.
He was like, you're talented. So you'll always have your talent to live off of. He was like, you're not desperate. He said, because if you get out of that desperation mode, you'll make better decisions. You'll make decisions that's according to the plan instead of to your desperation.
Yeah, you had to get on the other side.
Right, because you'll just go, oh, I'll be on anything, or I'll sign anything, or I'll just give your magic. He said, you've been just giving all your magic because you want to make it so bad, but you're giving it to the wrong thing because you're not thinking you're thinking out of desperation instead of thinking out of a plan.
Yeah.
And
I remember when you had a little desperate energy. I remember that.
I didn't know what that
you
was.
Were always
I was always hustling because I was a broke ass bitch. I was broke as fuck.
I know, we know.
Like it was like broke. Like I was like, hey motherfuckers, y'all not understanding. I'm finna be like, do I start hoeing at this point?
Yeah. Well, you hit us. Leslie, you want to keep it real?
Oh, man. Do you know how many comedians I asked money
Leslie
from?
used to ask us. We would give her money, and we would all call like, did you give Leslie money this week? Did you give
wow.
Leslie? All right, how much you give her? Okay,
I did not.
No, we weren't clowning. We were just we were looking out for you. We were like, yo, did you? All right, cool. And so me, Ian, and Eric Griffin used to.
Yeah, because Eric Griffin accidentally texted me one time when he texted me because he was like, yeah, I'm about to give Leslie some money again. And I don't think that text was for me. You sound like Eric. You just feel like a piece of shit after that. And I was like, motherfucker,
no, we used to just check. We would check. And so, but let me finish the story because so I want to be clear. My wife loves you. Like hands down. And then when Leslie got SNL and we had our son Kingston, she gave us some beautiful gifts. For our son that my wife still treasures. You may not remember it, but it was fantastic. And so, and then it was just fun to just watch you ascend. You know what I'm saying? From SNL. But you still do owe me, Eric, and and Ian some paper. But no.
Because I wondered if I had paid. I told Ian I know how much I owe Ian. How much I owe you?
I don't want to say it on the air, but
for real,
I know I probably gave you about $700 over the
really
because you hit us a couple of months.
I don't even remember asking you on, but I'm pretty sure I did.
Yeah, absolutely.
I asked anybody that was available.
I've seen you at so many points, and and so I don't know.
Do I have to come to LA and take out a clipboard and just go through all the comics and just because Steve Ranazizzi said you owes me $300.
Who?
Remember Steve Ranazizzi or whatever that guy's name is? Yeah, when we were out there, he brought her up. Look, this girl still owes me $300. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, and I told him, I said, I know I do, and I asked him for $300 more, and he was like, nah. But you know who used to really hook me up?
Who?
Bobby Lee.
Yeah, I believe
Bobby Lee would give me literally rent. Yeah. He would give me rent.
If we had it, we would. I mean, it's like I don't know how to explain it. It's like if you working and the other person's not. We wouldn't have done it if you weren't talented. We would have had a different talk.
Oh
with
my
you.
God,
if
that
you weren't
is
talented,
I keep telling everybody that it's a whole different thing. You investing in something that you know.
Yeah,
and that's why Lenny and them be yelling at me all the time. That's why I give money away like crazy now. Because it's good to say God bless you to someone, but when you hook someone up, help them out,
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, thank you for that,
it's great.
man.
No,
but I'm gonna get you that 700.
Oh,
just be on notebooks. It'll be good.
oh, there you go. There you go. That's the show. Tell us about it.
I'm doing. Yeah. The one thing
about
comedians never throw away is their old notebooks. So I'll come to you. You pull out your old notebooks, and we.
You're gonna be so pissed. Okay, so do you remember when I lived in Van Nuys?
Yes.
Okay, I had my bag of jokes in my trunk, and somebody broke in my car.
We got to find them and get.
When
them
I say a bag of jokes, like I had all my notebooks and everything.
Yeah.
Oh.
But we could still do it. We could still.
I want to do it.
Yeah,
I want to do it.
Yeah. So it's a fantastic.
Oh my God, that is
dope.
great.
Lenny, I
That's
want you to do it too if you really are where you say you are.
Lenny is the reason I have even
I'm available.
written out set that you remember how you used to write out your set?
Absolutely.
At some point I stopped doing all that shit.
Yeah.
When I got started with Lenny, because you know the story about Lenny. Like, well, okay, so.
But let me say, I knew Lenny before I knew you. I mean, not before I knew you, but I knew Lenny independent of you guys working together.
Right.
And I always thought he was a great cat. And we used to talk relationship stuff. And we, I was so
That's
happy
actually how we
when
met
he got
too.
married and had I was
same.
like, we were kind of doing it around the
That's
same
how
time.
we met too. Sitting at that table at the cellar, and he was telling us about this girl that he was dating. He was like, she's great. I don't know if, and I was like, and in my head I was like, motherfucker, you got some pretty girl that want to fuck with you. You better marry that bitch. What's wrong with you? I was like, you better marry that bitch.
Yes.
Then you go ask. I was like,
when he got the Tonight Show, it was the Tonight Show you did, right?
Yeah, that was one.
Is that the one?
I did Letterman and Tonight Show. Yeah.
Which one did you do first?
Letterman.
He was so yes when he did Letterman,
that was the one.
he, stood up and cried, because
you were there for sure. 2011. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My God, it was fantastic. It was fantastic.
That was fun.
I met him at the cellar one year. I always get this story wrong. I met him at the cellar, and I think that's when I was yelling at him about marrying his wife, and I think a year later, right? I come down. He's married to the lady, and then. Was it another year after that?
It's right after that we started working together, right after we got married. That's saying I got married 2016. We started hanging out in 2017.
Yeah, so he's watching the Yankee game, and I'm like, yo, dude, I can get tickets to the Yankee game. You want to go to the Yankee game with me? And he was like, the Lauren Michaels tickets? Yeah. And he's like, fuck yeah. So, we got the buffet. He's fucking losing his mind.
Gosh.
Me and Christina, my assistant at the time, is dying. Because he is just like taking pictures, him and Neil. It's just like, we're fucking, these are real hardcore
amazing
Yankee
seats,
fans in these seats, and they're just like losing their
great.
shit. And
Leslie
it's like really cool.
said she's coming to town.
He had us dying the whole time. Like, me and Christina was just like, this motherfucker is really funny. And then he was telling us about the game. So I was like, I need somebody that can help me write. Because that's what it was. It was like, I need somebody, because I was at SNL, was doing a lot. I really wanted to write. And I wanted to get a really tight set, but I wanted to elevate myself too. And I was like, shit, this motherfucker is really funny. Because he had already gave me some notes on my jokes.
Cool. Yeah.
So, and his jokes was like, he was written. I was like, this shit is crazy how he wrote my shit out. So I was like, I asked Christine, I was like, you think he'd be a good opener? She was like, if he funny, hell yeah, let's do it. Because I like him. He's grown.
Yeah.
Because it was like we was around a grown man.
Yeah.
Like we not expecting him to get drunk.
Yes.
Or miss a fucking gig. Or fucking embarrass us. Or not be funny. We like, it's just somebody that's just like, we go, fuck, maybe we should try a professional. So I was like, yo, Lenny, you think you want to open up for us? He was like, yeah, fuck yeah. Like, and that was it. So, but the first time he saw me perform, like long form, man, I'm telling you, I wish he was there because you would have probably laughed.
Yeah, he would have.
At him?
You have ever laughed. Because you know, black people, you know how we do it.
Yeah.
Especially if we're doing like a crowd. And I'm thinking I'm just killing. And it's an hour 10 at this point. I think I did an hour 20, something like that. I came off the stage.
I did 20, by the way.
In my head now, I'm soaking wet with sweat. I'm like, this guy is going to think I am a fucking genius. He's going to think this bitch, I'm fucking headlining the next Richard Pryor. You know how fuck yeah, I just killed that shit, which I did kill. So I come off and Lenny goes, I'm like waiting. He goes, what the fuck fuck was that? You did an hour and 20. Who the fuck needs to do an hour and 20 minutes? Who needs to sit in the fucking audience and watch a motherfucker? What the fuck? 58 minutes. Get your fucking ass off stage. 58 fucking minutes. Then he goes, you said motherfucker 52 times.
Oh, shit.
Why do you need to say motherfucker 52? I mean, and I'm sitting there. Christina is like, my sister's like, Brian is like, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I thought I just ripped. He is tearing me a new one. Like, hey, where the fuck is your set list? And I was like, what the fuck I need a set list for? What the fuck do you
that
need
might
a
have been
set
true.
list for? Because you're doing an hour and 20.
It was so all over the place. You know, it's like, I go, the Rolling Stones have a set list.
Yeah.
They know what they're going to play in what order. She was old. She had like sex jokes here, sex jokes, 20 minutes later,
Oh
more
my
sex.
God.
Then come back to talking about it was crazy all over the place. I was like, what is this shit?
And I thought I was a genius. She used to get funny jokes, but what the fuck are you
I would have been a lot
talking about?
nicer if she
Nobody
thought she was a
remembers
genius.
Shit. Yo, so he started giving me set notes, and I would go on stage, and I would take them, and I would fold them up, and then I would put them on the bench and not use them. Oh, my God.
Oh,
so
man.
I would come off, and I go, how come that joke didn't work? Because, motherfucker, it's on the fucking set list, and you're not fucking reading the set list.
Read the line.
Why won't you read the set list? He would, yo, the promoters, everybody would be like, what the fuck is this guy?
I mean, you want to get better or you don't. You know what I mean? You want to do...
He was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? No, you don't nobody give a shit if you have a set list on the fucking. I was like, Lenny, it looks like, no, it doesn't. It looks like you know your fucking jokes. He's going, I mean, like, literally, that's not how you say it. That's not how you say it. You see how you said that? No, because you added that. Why do you need that many fucks? Like, he literally was, Jesse Collins saw us. You know Jesse Collins.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jesse Collins saw us again, and he was like, this is a show.
Yeah.
He said it's a fucking show. He was like,
He did call it.
Because we edited our own show, because I wanted it down to the 58,
Right.
and it was an hour and
It was
8?
120. We ran it 30 cities, Owen, her special. It ran 107, right? 106, 108, 107. She does it on the night, 125. I'm like, you're working
But
too
they
slow.
get it down.
We cut it down.
Yeah, because I was trying to pace it.
Yeah.
And didn't need to do that. So they're like, it's 120. So they got it down, I thought, too. They got it down to 112.
They sent her the 125. They sent it. They cut it down to like 120, 119, and then she watched it and she went, "Oh my God, I remember that phone call," and she was almost depressed, right? And she's like, "I hate it. I don't want to release it."
Like, I hate it. It's so slow, and it's just where they don't know how to cut it.
Right.
Like, they're not comedians. They don't know how to take the air out of shit.
Yeah.
So I was like, if
cut
they're
it.
not gonna get it, Lenny, we gotta go cut it.
Well, I cut it at home. I cut it at home first,
Yeah,
and then got
to 108, right?
I got it to about 110, and I was happy at 110. And then she's like, "I still don't like it. Let's get on a plane." So we get on the plane first thing in the morning. Flew out to LA, edited it, went for sushi, got back on the plane same day, went home.
And
it was fine.
Edited that shit, and Jesse was watching us, and it was like, "Yo, take that out. No, put this here. It was like, that was the shit. Like, cause he had already been that type of person for comics editing. I came from.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, man. So many people he didn't got on the Tonight Show and all of that shit.
Wow.
None of them motherfuckers was helping him get on the fucking Tonight Show.
What's that about?
It's cause it's just.
It's a long. We've been through it.
So and then I had my experience of knowing how to cut my jokes from SNL, because that's where you really learn how to cut your shit properly. And we cut that shit, and it got down to what, 58?
No, it was about 103 with credits. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't under.
Credits, but
it was right. She was saying she was on the last joke at like 101. You know what I mean? It was close.
No.
Yes, it's over an hour. Okay.
Motherfucker, we got it.
I'm willing to bet. What do you want to bet? What do you want to bet?
58.
What do you want to bet?
Motherfucker, I remember it was 58 because you remember I kept saying 58. You remember?
Yeah, and he kept saying, Leslie, it's fine.
Credits,
he finally said.
Credits is 103. Maybe it's credits with 103, motherfucker, but the fucking set is done at 58.
It's like 107.
Don't make me come to New York. I swear to God.
Okay. Owen, let's talk about your show for a second, okay? Owen, the last OG. The last time I saw you, I walk out of my apartment. I walk 2 steps on the Upper West Side, and there is Owen.
Oh, yeah.
Location scouting in front of my apartment. What?
Yeah.
Was that a great... How did you get to be showrunner? And what's that experience like?
In New York?
Yeah. It was
Damn,
fantastic.
So do you need the place back in Harlem?
I know, right? I was like, Leslie, where you at? No, they put me up. They put me up in Brooklyn.
Oh,
It was
okay.
fantastic. So how I got the gig, I was so I ended up writing like kind of as a fluke, right? Like I was working on Chris Rock's show, Everybody Hates Chris, reading voiceover for the actors, right? I wasn't a staff writer or anything. But the showrunner, Ali Leroy, shout out to Ali, he took me under his wing.
Yeah, he's good.
And he saw, because at that time I was studying acting and doing
That's the
stand-up.
picture guy that took the picture of me that time with
Yes.
you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. He was the co-creator of that with Chris Rock, and he was the showrunner. But he also started as a stand-up. And I met him in Chicago when I lived in Chicago. And so he hired me to do Chris Rock's voiceover for the actors. And we would run every scene, and I would think of what would be funny, and I would write it down. I knew not to say anything. Mm-hmm. And he saw me writing it down one day, and he was like, "Yo, this is not working. You got anything?" And I go, "Do I?" And I give him some of my stuff, and he laughs with his whole body. And so he threw one of the lines in. He said, "Yo, Tashina, bump that, say this." And Tashina started laughing. "You stupid, who said that?" And she does the line. The whole everybody cracks up. Chris Rock shows up on that day. He goes, "Man, fuck that, say this." And he gives her a line. And me and Chris go back and forth giving like lines. And you know, Chris is honest. He just goes, "I got nothing." So I like kind of won that little, back and forth. And that made me become a punch-up writer on the show. So I ended up getting, I kind of like got my master's degree in single cam, just working on that show. But I wasn't in the writer's room. Like I would just see it and go, and they allowed me to like punch it up. And then that grew into me like punching up more of the show. And while I was on that, a comedian named Warren Hutcherson, he wrote for a season.
I remember one.
Yeah, I remember.
I wasn't on staff yet, but Warren pulled me aside one day and he said, "Take a walk with me." And he took me down to where they did construction, where they built the sets. And he took me to just all the different departments. And he was like, "You need to get to know these people." Because he saw me, he goes, "You're going to be running your own show one day. So you can't just be here keying and being all about this. Learn what everybody does." And he was really quiet about it and then just left. And it like kind of put a little seed in me. I go, "Oh man, I probably could do this." And then I ended up writing on several other shows. Time goes by. I wanted to write on The Last OG. It was one of my favorite shows, and I could not get a meeting. I could not get seen for it every season. And I knew writers that were on it. They would be calling me like baby writers, and I'd be giving them advice on like how to pitch in the room and all this stuff. I could not get seen.
Did you know Tracy?
Like
Did you know
I
Tracy?
knew him, but I didn't know him. Like when I interviewed for the show, he goes, "You look familiar." Like, I know you. Like he knew me. Like when he saw me, he knew me. But I didn't know him to be like, "Let me get in." So, but each season, and it was wearing my wife out because I was like, I can't even get a meeting for this. And I was working on a show at the time, but I really just loved the East Coast energy. That's where I'm from. I'm from Maryland, and I just loved Tracy, and I just loved what the show was about, and I really wanted to be a part of that show. Could not get a meeting. Then it came up where I ended up developing some shows where I met Eric Tannenbaum, independent. I didn't even know he did The Last OG, but he wanted me to do another show, and I didn't feel it was a TV show. I just felt like it was kind of ahead of its time. And so I said no to him. But I think he remembered me, and the opportunity came up for me to get the Last OG. They were looking for a showrunner, and they had me write a letter as to why I should be a showrunner.
Really?
And I was like, yeah. At first I was like insulted, but my wife was like, "What else you doing?" Right there. And it was the best thing ever because it helped me put my whole career in context. Because I've worked with so many comedians. Yeah. I've done so much acting. I've done,
You have all sides.
Yeah. So
we're the 2,000-year-old people. We done lived every decade.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I was like, I'm perfect for this gig. And so
you are perfect for that gig. You are perfect.
Yeah, I was talking so much trash in that letter. And I was like, y'all don't know it yet, but I forgot what my opening line was, but it gets me a meeting with all of Monkey Paw. And I knew where I wanted to take the season. I had a vision for it, and they loved it. And then I got me a meeting with more people, with TBS, the TBS folks, who are great, by the way. Like they were, from Adrian.
I remember that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, they were awesome. They just disbanded their original content. That's why the show didn't come back. Everyone's just kind of like not messing with original content right now in those spaces and those linear platforms.
It should be. That's the most thing.
But man, it was a great
right
experience.
Now is original content.
Fantastic experience. And so I met with Tracy. He was like, yo, and he said, he was like, you familiar? He goes, I got 7 questions, Owen. 7 questions. Question number 1. He said I answered every question right. So I became his favorite.
That's funny.
And what I loved about Tracy, what blew me away, is that his dramatic chops are insane.
Yeah,
like,
very.
Oh my God. And
he
like,
loves it.
Yeah, man, he was just a fearless leader for us.
Armstrong. He played that for you?
Yeah, it was fantastic.
It's insanely good. It's so good.
This dude, and when he wants to be funny, it's just amazing just how talented he was. And so it was my dream gig, man. And I got to work in New York, which is my favorite city. I love LA, but New York is my. And the only downside was it was during COVID, so I couldn't bring my family with me. So I was away. It was the first time I was away for 3 months. Producing the show, but writing it, the whole thing was just beautiful, man. We delivered it. It was fun as hell. Great team of and I'm literally not sucking up or anything. I mean, I've worked in some bad situations.
Yeah.
This could not have been.
Yeah, we know bad situations.
You know what I mean?
We know about that shit.
Yeah, and so I was having so much fun doing it top to bottom all the way through, and and that's how it ended up. And so now I love it, and now it's putting me in a space to where now I'm consulting on shows. I just consulted on Run the World. Shout out to Rochelle Williams.
Nice.
She's a fantastic showrunner for that show, and we were baby writers together on Survivor's Remorse, and they paper teamed us. We wrote a script together, and I used to go home to my wife every day going, "This Rochelle Williams is the shit." like she was such a great. I'd never written a script with anybody before,
right? And
she was such a great partner to work with. I was like, she's amazing. And so when she hired me to consult on the show, it was great to work on a all woman show and for them to ask me basically, would a guy do this? And for them to trust me with, well, maybe.
The reason I love Owen is like, we have adult conversations. We talk about, we have adult angles. We have it's very business-like, smart. I feel like I'm talking to somebody that's really hitting the ball back over the net. Usually when you talk to comics, it's the dumbest fucking conversations I could possibly have. And I knew you were big time.
It's just, they don't get it too. And you'd be like, what the fuck?
I can't remember the project. We were looking for you and we threw your name out there and I got back, well, we're going to have to, somebody came back with, well, we'd have to meet his rate. That was the phrase that came back. We're gonna have to meet Owen's rate, and I'm like, Owen's got a rate, I can't meet it. I don't know what it is, but
man,
yeah.
Remember, I was like, yeah, man, I think that motherfucker's doing shit.
Yeah, he's got a rate. I go, we got to get a rate,
man.
Whatever that is.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what we be looking for, people that actually listens and actually wants to do, move forward, no stagnant.
Yeah, we'll talk about this. I'll talk about this later. We want to work with adults that excel, see a next level. We know what the levels are in the business on your next level, and you're perfect for a showrunner. Oh my God, the mentality,
I'm telling you,
the brains, the funny.
Remember we was gonna, man, if we would have been able to get him for Supermarket Speed.
Yeah, okay, well, whatever. We can't win. Some days you can't win in this business.
I don't want to.
Y'all take that down the street from my crib.
I don't want to fucking
perfect.
Talk about it.
All right, let's get into it. It's time for our final segment, the Fckry of the Week. This is where we call out a person, place, or thing or situation that's fucked up or has got us fucked up. Leslie will go first this week. Take it away, kiddo.
I'm just trying to still figure out this thing where they're taking away rights and shit. Okay, because I've just really been trying to mold this over in my head. I don't understand how humans is asking other humans for rights. It's just confusing the fuck out of me. So they're taking away our rights. They're taking away the women's rights to over our bodies. So we know they're not going to stop there. They're probably going to take voting. They're probably going to, they're going to attack everything. So this is my question. If they take everything, all of our rights, do I still have to pay taxes? That's all. I'm just saying, listen, I feel like if I go to the restaurant, I'm supposed to be able to eat everything on the menu. If you restricting some of the menu, I'm not paying you all of the money. Let me find another example. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you want me to give you money and I don't have no say over what I do with my body. I'm trying to understand how that's making sense. I pay my way in society. Because, see, I'm married. I'm not married. So, but if I get pregnant or if I get raped or some bullshit happens to, like, I'm off the market of paying anything, right? Because I ain't got no money. I'm just trying to figure out how we supposed to make. And then they're talking about taking away child support. They're trying to make the men not pay child support so men won't use child support to make a woman have a baby, which it has to be the most ignorant motherfucker who sat up and thought of that shit. I mean, his desk has a bunch of posted dumb shit on his fucking computer. Like, he needs to be killed immediately. Like, immediately killed. So I'm just trying to figure it out because I pay a lot of taxes. I pay my taxes on time. But I'm trying to figure out if I'm paying into a system that is not letting me do the rights that everybody else have. Do I get a discount? Who do we talk to? Do you not understand that walking up the street, if I walk up the street and get stopped by a police and he stops me because I'm black, that is called racism. You're just stopping me because of the color of my skin, which, it goes back to the very fucking first fuckery I say. I just can't understand how this is a thing. It would be different if black people were walking around with 7 hooves and 300 eyes, motherfucker. Yes, now we are different from everybody. But I have 2 eyes, a nose, a mouth, 2 hands, 2 legs. Just like, I don't understand why I'm asking for rights from you. I don't get that. So we here.
You want a discount?
That's where we at.
Yeah. So you should get a discount.
Where my discount?
My fucker of the week is standards, and this will cover everything we spoke about today. My standards. So I'm not the smartest person in the world. I'm not the funniest comic in the world. I'm not half as talented as the people even on this show today, for sure. But what I bring are the intangibles: hard work, integrity, standards. And everybody's standards are different. Everybody's level of acceptability is different. I get it. What's good enough? If you're a C+ student and that was good enough for you, cool. And if you're in a job and you get paid a salary and you walk in at 9 a.m. and leave right at 5 a.m. and you're happy, that's cool. If you're a comedian, it's got some jokes, they do okay. You're a middle on the road, eke out a living, you're okay with that, that's cool. But that's not me. I have a higher standard. I have an idea of what will be successful, and I know it's what's made me successful. And it's these things: sticking to a high standard, hard work, attempting to be a good person, We wanted this to be a great podcast, not just one of a million podcasts that you can choose from. I prepare like crazy for the show. My job is to make us look good. I prepare all day for this, and if not a week. I talk to Leslie constantly. What are we going to do on the show? There's a fucking billboard in Times Square with my face on it. Somebody somewhere expects something relating to hard work for that billboard. When people accept mediocrity, forgive me if I push back a little, because mediocrity rubs me the wrong way. It's people go, it's okay. I'm not shooting for okay.
It's like,
I'm sick of okay. Up your game, people. I'm not coming down to your level. I want to play to win. My daughter's in the emergency room. I want the best fucking doctor. Up your game. I'm not sure. We'll get somebody who will raise that level of excellence to help her. The housekeeper doesn't clean the way you want after telling her twice. It's not okay. Get rid of them. The food on supermarket sweeps set is shitty. It's not okay. It's not okay. Doesn't qualify. Somebody calls you a racial slur. It's not okay. He didn't mean it's not like that. No, it's not okay. You're in an abusive relationship. It's not okay. Is it okay if somebody calls you the wrong name every time they bring up on stage with the wrong credit? No, it's not okay. Would you go to a restaurant twice if there was a roach in your food the first time? No, it's not okay. We elected Trump. People said it was going to be okay. Chappelle was on SNL. He's like, it's going to be okay. It's not okay. It's not okay. How much fuckery has gone in our lives? Go vote, people, or you will really see not okay. I am sick of the B standard. I'm trying to write better jokes, produce better content, work with better fucking people, and that's why I like working with Leslie, because she's got actually a higher standard than me. She's crazier than I am. I didn't get married till I was 50 because the girl didn't meet the standard. I don't have a manager because the one that I meant don't meet the standard. I lost some friends in this world because their view no longer meets the standard. You want want to work with me, play with me, joke with me, awesome. But my standards are high. Please know that. Take your C+ level ass away from me. I'm trying to get an A.
Lenny is white bougie.
You're now getting to the culture of where we don't even want kids to fall down no more. They gotta fall down so they can learn how to get the fuck back up.
Right.
And that's what this world, this culture right now is built on. Fucking microwave success. It does not last.
Oh, Owen, thank you so much for coming.
Great rant.
Thank you. That's the end of the show. Thank you for listening to the Fckry. Quick shout out. I want to do some comedian shout outs. There's a guy named Justin McKinney out there. Some people know him. He's got a new special on YouTube called On the Bright Side. It's Justin with an O. Go find that special. The guy's one of the best. You'll see him. Just as a remember, any photos or links to this episode will be posted at Fckry Podcast on Instagram. That's spelled Fckry Podcast on all platforms. Send us your listener questions to fuckrypodcast@gmail.com. Letters and voice memos are welcome. If you want to follow me, I'm at Lenny Marcus NYC on all platforms. Follow Leslie at LesDog. That's Les DOG with 3 G's on Twitter, 4 G's on Instagram, and 5 G's on motherfucking TikTok.
Because the motherfucking G gets J every time.
The Fckry, Leslie Jones and Lenny Marcus was created and stars Leslie Jones and Lenny Marcus. The show is produced by Judith Cargbo, and our audio engineer today is Jordan Duffy. Music for the show is also done by Marina Pais. This is an Earwolf production.
Because the wolves got ears.